And welcome everybody. We're back here at Tug Valley High School where we have got the final matchup of the night in the girls volleyball Region 4 semifinals. It's Tug Valley taking on Wahama. Wahama took down the Man-Lady Hillbillies in the first game of the night, 3-0. Want to take a second, thank all of our sponsors. Jim Morris Services, Tug Valley Wellness, Markham and Memorial, Quality Metal Roofing, Three Guys Pizza and Brew, Williamson, West Virginia, 304 Motorsports, LB&T United Motorsports, with locations in Danville, Logan, Belfry, and Pikeville, Kentucky. Ultimate Pond, Treasures Unlimited, George Swain, State Farm Insurance, Bronze Bliss of Lenore, Kessler's Boutique, LZR Dude Printing, Southside Buildings and Carport, Cheeches, and Warfield Market. You can also see the rest of our sponsors scrolling across the bottom of your screen, top left-hand corner. And I think this second game should be a pretty good matchup. Wahama showed some really powerful serves. Tug Valley took down Wahama here a couple weeks ago, but it took them 5 sets to do it. And the winner moves on, the loser goes home. Should be a good one here at Tug Valley High School in the nightcap. And we'll be right back with the first serve here on the D&D Sports Network. And we're back here as we're set for the pregame handshake. Tug Valley, you got 0, Bailey Hall, 2, Katie Brewer, 4, Emma Lackey, 11, Paisley Bolyard, 12, Gracie Hine, 22, Katie Hall, 23, Haven Destins, number 5, Carly Clevenger, number 6, Natalie Kirk, number 7, Riley Basin, number 8, Maddie Sturgill, 13, Zoe McLeod, 18, Briley Fletcher, 20, J.C. Hatfield, 21, Alexis Messer, and 33, Sahada Messer. And for Wahama's, number 4 is Sophie Gray, number 5 is Mary Brinker, number 6, Kobe Moore, number 9, Michaela Jones, number 10, Kirsten Hart, 11, Addison Van Meter, 12, Carrie Ward, 13, Eve Smith, 14, Hannah Fry, she's your libero, 15, Avery Parsons, 16, Haley Roush, and number 20, Casey Tennant.
Now, Tug Valley don't have a libero, do they?
I have not seen one.
No, I don't think they do.
Looks like starting for Tug Valley, you'll have 0, Bailey Hall, 2, Katie Brewer, 4, Emma Lackey, 11, Paisley Bolyard, 12, Grace Hines, 22, Katie Hall. Back to serve is Bailey Hall. Hall with a good serve. Going to be dug up by Van Meter. Up to Kennett, over to Gray. Gray will get it across. And number 11, that was Paisley Bolyard for Tug Valley getting it across the net. But right into the outstretched arms of number 5, Mary Brinker. And Brinker getting the first points of the night for the Wahama White Falcons. Good serve by Tennant. Here's Hall. She'll get it across. Up to Tennant. Over to Gray. Gray with a nice spike. Dug up nicely by Hall. Hall tries to hit the little dink over, can't get it. Over to Gray, and Gray going down the line, but it's going to be out. I'm getting your scoreboard up to date. Don't worry, I got you. I'm not much of a scorekeeper, am I? Back to serve for the Panthers. It's Haven Deskins. Deskins, nice serve. Good job by number 20, Tennant, to run it down, but that's going to be 3 hits. Tug Valley gets the point.
Yeah. Luckily she didn't get hurt there. She ran right into the pole over there. But
Yeah, good hustle.
Right back up.
That was good hustle by number 20, Tennant.
Got our man Jared McCormick over here in the house.
Good job by Van Meter digging that up. Good set by Brinker. Over to number 9, that's Jones. Van Meter up to Gray. Gray gets it across. Good dig. And no, they're going to say it hit the ground. Good try by Great Hind.
I have a feeling we're going to be in for a 5-matcher.
Oh, yeah. Gray with that really nice serve, dug up very nicely by the Panthers. Bolyard to get it across. Or I'm sorry, that's Deskins. Here's Brinker, and Brinker with a sneak shot to the honey pot. Tell me if this is right when I put it up there.
Yep, 3-2 Wahama.
Okay. Here's Gray. And Gray served just a bit short.
We didn't see that none in the first game.
No.
0 of Gray and Brinker into the mix.
And number 11 back to serve. That's Bolyard. Good serve by Bolyard. And nice kill there by number 22. That's Katie Hall. And we have got a couple of Halls on the floor for Tug Valley. You got 0 Bailey Hall, 22 Katie Hall. Here's Bolyard. Big jump serve. Good serve. Good job by Gray to play it up. And Brinker will get it across. And they're going to set the back line for Hall. And Hall gets it down.
Bolyard's got a really nice, good low, hard serve, Coach.
She does. It's a jump serve, and it's a low, like you said. It's got some heat behind it. Here's Bolyard. Played well by Gray. Up to Tennant. Over to Van Meter. Van Meter tries to dink it. Hind will play it up to Deskins. Deskins pushes it over to Tennant. Number 14, Fry. Here's Hind up to Hall. Hall. And Hall with the big kill, and that is Katie Hall. Nice job there by Katie Hall. And Bolyard raked off 3 straight here.
Yeah, 6-3 Tug Valley.
And Bolyard hits that one just a little bit long. Good eye by the White Falcons, because that was barely out.
Yeah, just a tad.
Kobe Moore comes in to play that front line for the White Falcons as Fry takes the seat. Here's Brinker, good serve. Played well by Bolyard, up to Hind, over to Hall. Hall has to just push it over. Tennant to Moore. Moore tries to push it to the back line and out.
Just a little too hard there by Moore. Puts the Panthers up 7-4. Tuning in, guys. Hit that like and share button. Get these numbers up for these young ladies.
Katie Hall, good serve. Played well by Gray. Up to Tennant, over to Moore. Moore gets it across. Here's Hind over to Bailey Hall. Bailey Hall dug up by Van Meter. Tennant over to Moore. Here's Hind. Back to Deskins. Deskins get it over. Tennant to Van Meter. Van Meter, big kill, dug up nicely by Bolyard. Here's Gray up to Tennant to Moore. Moore, good
what
kill.
A dig.
Great dig there by Bailey Hall, or Katie Hall, I'm sorry.
What a volley.
Very good volley. And that's a heck of a dig by Katie Hall.
Yes, it was.
Hall, good serve, dug up by Fry, and
Ace.
Yeah, look, Tug Valley looking like a well-oiled machine here early on. You got a sub coming in. That's 13, Eve Smith checking in for Kennett. And Hall just lets that one get a little bit too far, a little bit away from her there. As you see, number 15, and that is Avery Parsons, who has a very, very good serve for the White Falcons, or she did the first game.
She went away from the jump serve this time, though, Coach.
Good job by Bolyard to play it up to Hall. Hall get it over. Van Meter going to get it across, and they're going to say it hit the ground. Good hustle by Bolyard. Can't quite get to it.
That was hitting the honey hole.
In the honey hole. The honey hole is that area in the center of the floor where nobody exists. Hind over to Bailey Hall. Van Meter. Back to Van Meter, and Van Meter with the kill shot to the honey pot. And Tug Valley going to take the early timeout, as Greg Chapman going to try to talk it over with his troops. We'll be right back on the D&D Sports Network.
If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza.
And welcome back here. Tug Valley leading set number 1, 9-7, but Miss Avery Parsons for the Wahama White Falcons getting on a roll serving. See if Greg Chapman's timeout throws her off. And it works every time.
I promise you. That's why I was thinking the man a little bit earlier. I figured the coach would take a couple timeouts there when them girls was running them off, but he didn't. So I'm telling you, it works every time, don't it?
It does. And we got number 2, Katie Brewer, back to serve for the Lady Panthers. Brewer get it over, played by Parsons. Here's Van Meter. She'll get it over, and off the fingertips of Hind. Very nice play there by Van Meter. And I think Hind's just a freshman.
She is. She was at Birch last year.
Yeah, very
she got player of the game a couple times in basketball games.
Very good basketball player.
Absolutely.
Here's Hind over to Deskins. Good job there by Gray, and Gray gets it up. Van Meter gets it across, but Bailey Hall with the kill. Listen, that was a heck of a job by Wahama just to get that ball back across. And then, but Bailey Hall said, get this one across. No, hammered. Here's Hind, played up by Fry. And Moore tries to get to it, can't quite get there.
Yeah, Hind's a great athlete. Like I said, I've done several middle school basketball games with her. And I think about every one of them, she was our player of the game. Done several interviews with her.
Wow, good job there by Parsons to get it across. And Bolyard with a good set. Here's Grace. She'll get it across. Bailey Hall. Back to Bolyard. Back to Hall.
That's in, right?
And they're going to call it in.
It was. It caught the line back there, Coach. Right at the line, Judge.
And Gracie Hines, she jumps off of 1 foot when she serves it.
Yeah.
Instead of 2. Watch it.
Almost like a layup.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that basketball in. She's in the net.
They're going to get number 13, Smith, into the net. And Wahama going to take a timeout. As they do, we'll take one with them. We'll be right back on the D&D Sports Network.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601. reach us Monday through Friday.
And we are back here as Tug Valley leading set number 1 here in this Region 4 semifinal girls volleyball matchup. 14-8 with Gracie Hine. Another good serve.
Ace.
Hey, listen, and Hind is putting on a service clinic right now. That's about 5 in a row. She said we can make fun of her for jumping off of 1 foot, but she's going to keep doing it and keep hitting it right down the middle. Over to Gray. Gray, good shot. Dug up by Hall nicely. Over to Deskins. Deskins pushes. Van Meter. They get it more. Can't get it down. Bolyard with a good set to Hall. Hall going to hit it out. Just a little too much fire on that one.
Great run there by Tug Valley to extend this lead, Coach.
Yeah, 15-9. As Fryer go back to serve for Wahama. Fryer gets it across. Played well by Brewer. Up to Bolyard, over to Hall. Great hustle there by number 15, Parsons, but can't get to it. And that'll bring Bailey Hall back to serve. And Bailey Hall's got a good serve on her, too.
If I'm not mistaken, she's a really good softball player, pitcher, too,
Yeah.
isn't she?
And Van Meter over to Brinker, and Brinker hits it into the net. And that's something, listen.
We're seeing some things now from Wahama. We've never seen that first
they're
game.
a little bit frazzled right now, I think. Hall, good serve. Van Meter digs it up nicely. Van Meter in the back.
Yeah.
Hine going to shove it up over to Deskins, and Deskins can't get it across.
I think if Heim would have let that one go, it was out. But if you hit right at you, it's kind of hard to move.
And Deskins tried to hammer it.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, kudos to her. I'm with her. Here's Eve Smith with nice serve. Deskins to get it over. Van Meter up to Smith. Over to, I can't see that number. I think that was 9, Jones. Nice job by Van Meter, but Deskins right there to hammer it back down.
Great job by Deskins. She's going to win the serve, Coach.
Yes, sir. You got number 4 checking in for Tug Valley. That's Emma Lackey. She'll replace Katie Brewer. Good serve by Deskins. And they're going to get it set for Jones. Jones gets it over. Tug Valley plays it nicely. Up to Lackey. Lackey with a little dink. To Brinker. Brinker get it over Deskins. Over to Bolyard. And nice block there.
Oh, way to stay
Great
with it
hustle.
behind. Wow.
They get it set for Brinker, and Brinker hammers it but can't get it down. Good job of Bolyard to get it across. Here's Gray. She'll get it over. Good volley. Bolyard up to Lackey, and Lackey finally, the ball hits into the net. Great volley, both teams. Great hustle there by Gracie Hine. Here's Gray. Gray, good serve, and nice job by Hall to get it popped up. The other Hall, Katie Hall, get it over. They get it set for Van
what a
Meter.
block.
Great defense by number 22, Katie Hall.
Now, are they kin?
I think they're first cousins, yes. I think they're cousins, maybe not first cousins, but they are kin. Wow.
Ace. Bolyard, what a serve, Coach.
And she is, yeah, it's like you said, it's low and it's fast, and very good serve by Bolyard. Wow.
Another ace.
Talking about hitting it where they ain't. And Wahama going to take another timeout. We'll keep this one here one more time. Want to thank Jim Morris Services, Tug Valley Wellness, Quality Metal Roofing, Three Guys Pizza and Brew, 304 Motorsports, LB&T, Bronze Bliss of Lenore, United Motorsports with locations in Logan, Danville, Belfry, Kentucky, and Pikeville, Kentucky. Ultimate Pond, Treasures Unlimited, George Swain, State Farm Insurance, Kessler's Boutique, Laser Dude Printing, best looking hats in the game.
Absolutely.
Southside Buildings and Carport, Cheech's Pizza, where Kevin Jones and I will probably end up after this game.
Yes.
Getting us one of them ham wedges.
Oh, wow.
Warfield Market. And numerous other sponsors you can see scrolling across the bottom of our screen, top left-hand corner. We appreciate all of them.
And we talked about 304 Motorsports. So I was up there, or 304 Motor Park. I was up there yesterday. That place is awesome, Coach.
Yeah, I hear. I'm going to have to get up there and watch a race, I
man,
guess.
It's a great atmosphere, ran by great people. It's awesome.
Here's Boyard. Been serving nicely, and another good serve. Good job by Fry over to Van Meter. Van Meter with a little sneak shot. Tug Valley catches it. And good job behind to dig it up off the ground and should have been over. Very nice job there by number. I think it was Jones, number 9, with the kill for Wahama.
There's your sneaky shot.
Here's Brinker up to Van Meter. Van Meter. And Hine tries to catch him off guard. Good job by Moore to play it backwards out of the net. Good hustle by Gray. Wow. Good job by Katie Hall. Hey, listen. These girls are laying out all over the floor, though. I mean, great hustle by both teams. Here's Katie Hall. Good serve. Jones. Jones will tap it over. And number 4, Lackey will get it across. Here's Fry. Van Meter. Van Meter. Good dig by Boyard. Over to Hall. Hall hits it over to Gray. They get it over to Jones. Jones just has to put it across. Here's Lackey. Sets Bailey Hall. Good dig by Gray. Over to Van Meter. Van Meter. Nice hit. Good job by Deskins. Hall tries to get it to the back line. Somebody there. Here's Moore.
Good volley going on, Coach.
Absolutely. And here's Bailey Hall. Good defense at the net by Jones and Moore. You had...
Wahama's not going down without a fight, Coach.
No, Mahala Jones and Kobe Moore right there at the net. Good job by both those young ladies. We got Avery Parsons on the serve. And Parsons, again, serves it into the net.
Another service error. Like I said, we've seen some things from Wahama that, didn't happen in the first game. Maybe a little pressure, a little nerves coming in here, knowing they lost the last time here, trying to get it back.
Here's Lackey with the serve. Van Meter, just a little sneak shot. Great job by Tug Valley to recover. Van Meter didn't sneak that one. Here's Hind over to Hall. Hall gets it across. Fry to Smith over to Van Meter. Good.
Wow.
What number was that?
That's Gracie
Hind again.
Wow. What a play.
Gracie Hind laying out and getting a dig. Very, very, very good reflexes by Gracie Hind. Lackey. Good serve. Good job by Gray to pop it up to Smith over to Van Meter. Van Meter to get it across. That's Hall over to Bailey Hall. Bailey Hall.
And that's it,
and
Coach.
That's going to be it for set number 1 is Bailey Hall with the kill. Tug Valley takes set number 1, 25-13. You're watching Girls Region 4 Volleyball on the D&D Sports Network.
Come on down to Treasures Unlimited in Kermit, West Virginia, and let us fill all your shopping needs. It's the holiday season. Don't be left without a gift to give. We got 90-day layaway, delivery. We got the best prices around. We will beat anybody's prices. We have a little bit of everything for everyone. 7 days a week we're open, Monday through Thursday, 10 to 6, Friday through Saturday, 10 to 7, Sunday, 11 to 6. Also, come find a treasure in our pallet bins. We got great deals. You never know what you'll find in our bins. That's Treasures Unlimited in Kermit, West Virginia. We look forward to seeing you.
And welcome back here, everyone. Tug Valley High Schools. We got Tug Valley and Wahama in the girls volleyball Region 4 semifinal game. As Tug Valley took set number 1, 25-17, was it? I think.
No, 13.
25-13. I need to write those scores down. But Wahama, I mean, like you said, we've seen some things that they didn't do the first game.
Yeah, some uncharacteristic things that we didn't see in the first game. Could be a little nerves, Coach, but, you know, this could possibly be. You got 2 more sets to figure it out before you got it. You 2 more sets to get a win, anyways.
Yeah, well, and you know, I was talking to some of the Tug Valley fans, and they said they went to Wahama here about a week ago, maybe a little longer than that ago. I'm not sure, but they went 5 sets with Wahama. So Wahama.
Well, I thought Wahama was here. I could have been wrong though.
Well, maybe you're right. I'm not sure.
I remember Jared McCormick posting some pictures.
Okay.
I don't think he went all the way to Wahama.
Here we go. Casey Kennett, good serve, played well by Hall. Bolyard back to Hall, and they're going to call it out. Point Wahama.
Wow, I thought that was in, Coach. But the judge is sitting right there.
Listen, they got a much better view than we do. Kennett, good serve, played well by Brewer. Up the Bolyard, over to Deskins. Deskins crossfires the Fry. Van Meter gets it over as Deskins just absolutely
great job
kills it home.
Deskins.
Yeah, a nice job as Deskins was waiting on that one. And I think it's Fry or Van Meter done a good job just to get it back across. Here's Hall, good serve. Van Meter get it over, and there's Deskins again.
Wow.
Haven Deskins. She just sitting around the net waiting, right?
Just waiting
like a vulture.
Waiting to get a kill.
Yeah, like a vulture.
Like a panther. Aha! You liked that, didn't you?
Sneaky shot in there. And they try to get it over to Jones. She can't get it over. And Wahama's coach not looking too pleased right now as you see Bailey Hall back again to serve. Scored 3 straight now for the Panthers, and she wastes no time getting it across the Van Meter. Over to Tennant to Jones, and Jones going to hit it out.
We got a few comments here in the section, Coach. Billy Hines says, go Gracie. Sherry Clay says, go Katie Hall. Kelsey Blair says, go Haven. Bill Hine Jr. says go Gracie. And Sherry Clay says let's go Katie Hall and Paisley Bolliard. And Keely Blair says go Halen.
I'll tell you, this Tug Valley bunch is playing well right now. Here's Van Meter. She'll get it up to 10. Good set for Gray. Good job behind to pop it up. Good hustle by Hall. Hine.
She tried.
Tried to get it across. Just didn't have enough power on that one. Good hustle by both Bailey Hall and Gracie Hind on that play. And Sophie Gray will go back to serve. Good serve by Sophie. Brewer pop it up the ball yard. Over to Hall.
Ooh.
Good job by Gray. They can play it off the ceiling up to Van Meter. Hind up the ball yard. Ball yard tries to set Hall. Hall with a little dink. And here's Brinker. And Katie Hall just a little too strong there.
You know, this is like our third time doing Tug Valley volleyball this year. And I very seldom, they're well coached. I very seldom see them get in this net.
You know, they don't get the net.
Yeah.
They communicate great. And there's Deskins with that big powerful serve just a bit long. Here's Mary Brinker. Brinker with a good serve. Played well by Deskin. They get it to Lackey. Brinker. Van Meter with a sneaky shot. Great save by Boyard. Moore back to Brinker. Brinker get it over. And now, see, announcers jinx. Bad.
You talked about how well they communicate, and right there they didn't communicate.
They didn't.
You jinxed them, Coach.
But I think they were waiting for one of them to say, I got it.
Yeah.
Here's Brinker. Good job by Deskins up the ball yard. Ball yard with a good set to Bailey Hall. Or Katie Hall, I'm sorry. And that'll be out.
A little too deep, Coach.
And hey, listen, here we go. Mary Brinker getting that serve going.
Yeah, if you're Wahama, this is who you want in the service area.
Good job by Bailey Hall up the ball yard. But she sets it back to Heim. Heim with a little push shot.
In the honey hole.
Gracie Heim with a little sneaky shot to the honey pot. Here's Boyard. Boyard, who served very well in the first game. Back to Van Meter. Kennett back to Gray. Deskins up the Hind over to Lackey. Lackey cross court. Fry will get it. Van Meter over to Moore. Moore puts some air under it. One good job by Boyard to run it down. Hind over to Hall.
Wow.
Good job by Gray to keep that ball alive as Fry pops it across. Lackey tried the little dink. Can't get it down. Here's Van Meter. Good job by Hall. Lackey is going to hammer this one. It's going to go out. And here's Wahama on a nice little run here, 7-6.
Yeah, cut it to 6, Coach. Or cut it to 1, I'm sorry.
And you see number 12, Kiri Ward, coming in. I don't know if it's Kiri or Kyrie. K-I-R-I-E.
K-I-R-I-E.
Good serve. Good job by Deskins to get it up off the floor. Tennant over to Fry. Van Meter gets it over. Good job by Hall. Up to Hind. Over to Hall. And Hall with the sneak shot. Little dink. And they got Wahama in the net. And it just reset my score for whatever reason.
And that's a little deep. 9-6 Panthers.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It reset my whole score for some reason. I got it back right now,
Yeah,
I think,
that's right.
though. So you got Katie Hall serving right now for the Panthers. Katie, good serve.
Nice.
And Ward and, I don't know, Ward and Fry both were there. Here's Hall. Fry will pop it up. They get it over to Van Meter. And Van Meter with the net roll shot. And once again, if you could ever do that on purpose time after time, you would be the best volleyball player ever. You would be the greatest volleyball player ever.
It's just, you can't return it, can you?
No. Van Meter, good serve, good job by Boyard. But a haul to Hind. Hind gets it over. Good hustle by the White Falcons. Van Meter. And Sophie Gray gets the kill down.
10-8 Panthers.
Van Meter's got a good jump serve, too.
Wahama's got a little fight in them, Coach.
They do. I like this Wahama team. Here's Boyard. Pops it up over to Hind. To Hall.
Ooh.
Hall with the big kill. Bailey Hall. We got a Bailey Hall and a Katie Hall. Bailey wears 0, Katie wears 22, and both are really good volleyball players. Here's Brewer. Good serve. Played well by number 15, Parsons. And Kobe Moore at the net gets it down. Yeah, this Wahama team ain't going away anytime soon.
Now the winner of this moves on to the Region 4 championship game, right?
Right.
And they have to beat Work County twice. I guess Work I think they won, I don't know how it's, I got to look it up, but I think they beat Tug over the weekend. I think they had to travel up to Work.
Oh, wow, good kill there by Sophie Gray. Sophie Gray, who was in the running, her and Mary Brinker were 1 and 1A for player of the game in the first match. So both had really nice games. Good serve by Fry. Hall pops it up. Boyard back to Hall, and Hall.
That's in.
Oh, wow, they called it out. And don't look now, but Wahama has tied this thing up. Here's Fry. Played well by Hall to Hind. Over to Deskins. Deskins with a big kill. Haven Deskins has got some serious power up around that net.
Yeah, she does really good around this front line.
And, you know, she's not the tallest of girls either.
She just times it well and hits it well. That's when Tug Valley does their best, is when she's up around this front line in this rotation.
When Gracie Hines serving, maybe.
Yeah.
Her serve is really, really good.
And another
ace.
Another ace by Grace.
So Grace the ace is it. Van Meter will play it up to Tennant over to Gray. Gray, good kill, but dug up. Good spike, I should say. Good job there by Tennant to Gray. Back to Van Meter. Van Meter pushes across. Boyard, good set for Deskins. Deskins just taps it over as Gray gets it over, and here's Bailey Hall with the big kill. Bailey Hall, Tug Valley's got 3 or 4 girls that can really
hammer it.
Yeah. Bailey Hall, Katie Hall, Haven Deskins.
And they got one of the best setters in Boyard.
Yeah, absolutely. Van Meter gets it across. Boyard right back at you. Here is Brinker, and good kill by Mary Brinker. Got a sub coming in for the White Falcons. That's number 9, Haley Jones. And we got Tennant, Casey Tennant back to serve. Good serve by Tennant. Good job by Hall. She'll pop it up over to Boyard. Back to Katie Hall. Great hustle by the Lady Falcons. And Brinker will get it across. Here's Boyard for Deskins. Deskins tries a little dink. Can't get it to fall. Here's Gray. And Gray for the kill shot to the honey pot. Nobody home.
This has been a game of like runs, Coach. Tug Valley will jump up 5 or 6, then Wahama comes storming back and tie it, and then
I'll say
Valley
this
again.
about Wahama. Wahama has got some fight in them, like you said. Tennant with a good serve. Good job by Brewer, I think it was. Katie Hall gets it over. Tennant. Here's Gray. Gray, cross court. Good job by Deskins. Bowyard.
Sneaky shot.
Very, very sneaky, Miss Bowyard. As she hits a sneaky shot to the honey pot. Nobody there.
That's what that setter's done,
Well,
right?
she set it about 10 times straight now, so they're looking for her to set it, and she just hit it to the open area. Great play. Here's Jones. She'll get it over to Hine. Here's Bowyard. Bowyard again.
Another sneaky shot.
Bowyard again.
Great setter's done. 2 in a row by Bowyard.
Bowyard says, y'all get your big power. I'll just put it where I want to. Hall, good serve. Van Meter keeps it alive as Gray, but then Tennant can't get to it.
Ace.
At 18-13, set number 2. Tug Valley up 1-0. Here's Hall. Van Meter. Up to Tennant, over to Jones. Jones pops it back to the back line. Here's Bowyard. This time she will set. Katie Hall. Tennant over to Gray, and Gray, wow.
Out.
Touch.
Oh, they touched it at the net.
Yeah. They called it touch. Hey, listen, Sophie Gray's a good volleyball player, too. Here's Gray. That good serve. And Heim pops it up. Great hustle by Hall. Deskins gets it across. Tennant to Brinker. And you know what? I know that didn't work out for Tug Valley, but that's one of the smarter plays I've seen as Katie Hall hit her knees and tried to play that backwards out of the net.
Mm-hmm.
Good job by Bailey Hall to get her hands turned around to get that one played. And nice job by Van Meter to return it as here comes Wahama again. Once again, Wahama not going away quietly. Heim pops it up. Bailey Hall up to Deskins. Deskins gets it across. Brinker. Back to Gray, up to Van Meter. Good dig behind. Bowyard with a nice set. Tug Valley gets it over. Here's Van Meter. Back. Bowyard. Good set for Hall. And Hall. Good dig back there by Fry over to Van Meter. Van Meter with a little sneak shot. Great job by Deskins to play it. Hall. She'll get it across. Fry pops it up. Here's Tennant for Van Meter, and Van Meter.
Wow.
Whew. What a volley. Very good back and forth there by both teams. For Van Meter, like I said, if you could hit that net every time, unstoppable. Another good serve by Gray, and a great job behind to play it.
Oh, look now, Coach, we're tied.
Tie ball game. It's Sophie Gray.
Is Coach Chapman going to let him battle through it, or was he going to call a timeout, Coach?
I think if you'd have saw that serve over the net
it was gonna be a timeout.
and a point, it would have been a timeout, yes. But you got one of your better servers in Haven Deskins coming back here for the Panthers. Good job by Fry. Over to Van Meter, and Van Meter, big kill. What a kill by number 11, Addison Van Meter.
We are all knotted up at 19.
And you got Mary Brinker back to serving. Brinker, who served very well all night. Good job by Hall to Katie Hall. Over to Brewer, and Brewer misfires.
Yeah, just mishit.
Wahama's got their first lead of the night.
Yeah, in both sets.
In either set, yes. Brinker, another good serve. Good job by Deskins. Up to Bowyard. Bowyard over to Katie Hall, and Katie Hall, big kill. What a game.
And Bowyard back to serve.
And Boyard has served beautifully tonight.
And she did again.
Good job by Fry. Gray keeps it alive some way. Wahama will get it over. Here's Deskins for Brewer. Fry to 10 it over to Van Meter. Van Meter, just a little sneak shot, and there it is. Wahama 21, Tug Valley 20.
We got number 12 checking in to serve for the White Falcons.
Kerry Ward. Very good serve. Played well by Hall. And here's Katie Hall. And Katie Hall misfires as Wahama. 2-point lead. And hey, listen, this Tug Valley faithful getting a little rowdy now. Ward to get it over. Hall plays it behind her to Deskins. And Deskins to the honey hole.
Great job by Deskins there. Like we talk about, hit it where they're not.
Yeah, I mean, Deskins not a real powerful shot there, but she hit it right to the honey hole. Katie Hall, good serve. Gray plays it up. Good job of Van Meter for more. Deskins up behind. Behind tries to set it for Bailey Hall, and she gets it across. Gray to 10 it to Van Meter. Van Meter off the fingertips of Gracie Hines. Van Meter with another big kill, and Addison Van Meter having a nice game here, a nice set.
And she wins the serve, Coach.
Now Wahama looking to tie this thing up, one set apiece. Van Meter with the ace. And there you got one of them ace cheers. I'd have been in trouble. I couldn't spell ace when I was in high school, Kevin Jones. Van Meter. Another great serve and an ace, and that's the set as Wahama takes set number 2, 25-21. You're watching girls volleyball Region 4 semifinal action right here on the D&D Sports Network.
5 times is a charm. Congratulations to the awesome team at Precision Heating, Cooling, Electrical for earning its 5th National Best of the Best Award for customer satisfaction, the only HVAC company in West Virginia to earn our award for 5 straight years. If you need heating, cooling, electrical work, a fantastic generator, residential or commercial, done right at a fair price by honest experts, remember the name, Precision Heating, Cooling, Electrical. Visit PreciseHeatingCooling.com for an appointment. Precision, the best of the best, again.
If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today.
And welcome back, everyone, here at Tug Valley High School as we're tied 1 set apiece. The Wahama White Falcons, Tug Valley Lady Panthers. We got a good one going on here, Kevin Jones.
We do, Coach, and we talked earlier before game. We estimated it going 5.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, and kudos to Wahama there. They got down 6 or 7 points at one time, and they fought, clawed, stretched their way back. Tug Valley played pretty well, actually, but Wahama just pulled it out. 2 pretty evenly matched teams. We'll start this one with Bailey Hall serving for the Panthers. Bailey gets it across. Fry plays it off the floor to Mary Brinker, and Brinker saved by Gracie Hine. Bolyard popped it up. Hine run it down. Here's Tennant. Back to Brinker. Deskins. Bolyard back to Deskins, and Deskins with the big kill.
That was great hustle by the Panthers.
It was. Listen, Bolyard done a good job just to get a hand on it, and then Gracie Hine runs it down. Very good job. Hall, good serve, back to Fry. Tennant set it up for Van Meter, back line. Hall pops it up to Bolyard. Bolyard over to Katie Hall. Katie Hall gets the kill down. Tug Valley jumping up 2-0 as they took set number 1 25-13, lost set number 2 25-21. Van Meter to Tennant to Gray, and Gray with a misfire. Gray loaded up on that one. She was trying to put some heat on that ball. Hall gets it over. Here, Tennant to Brinker. Brinker with a little sneaky shot over to Katie Hall. Van Meter digs it up. Gray will get it across. Time to Bolyard. Bolyard with a good set. Hall gets it over. Gray. And here is Katie Hall. Good, very good awareness by Katie Hall to see where that ball's at. She got a run at that one, jumped off of 1 foot and just tapped it straight down. Very nice job by Katie Hall.
Yeah, guys, you're tuning in. Hit that like and share button. Let's get these numbers up for these young ladies.
Here's Gray. Big kill, good dig. And they're not going to dig that one.
No.
It's Sophie Gray. Sophie Gray's got some serious power behind her spots. Here's Tennant. Tennant with a good serve. Good job behind to play it up off the deck. Brewer gets it to Hall. Brinker. Tennant over to Gray. Hall to Deskins. Deskins gets it across. Here's Fry. Up for Gray. Gray will put it across. Deskins over to Katie Hall, and Katie Hall going to be out. Katie Hall, you see her wanting a touch there. If they'd have touched that, it might have broke their fingers. Tennant, good serve. And Hine can't get to it.
Ace.
Gracie Hind would absolutely win the Mop on the Floor award, wouldn't she?
Yes.
Tennant, good serve. Good job by Katie Hall and Bolyard. There's Bolyard with that little sneaky shot again. Bolyard's got that little sneaky shot down, Kevin Jones. She finds the empty area and she just dinks it over there.
You know, to have that, you got to have great vision.
Vision. Yes, we talked about that before. Brinker, good kill, or good spot, dug up by Hall. Fry to Tennant, over to Gray. And Gray with a little version of her sneaky shot to the honey pot. Just over the outstretched arms of Bolyard. Good job by Deskins. Hall gets it across. Here's Tennant over to Van Meter. Van Meter, nice hit. Good play by Lackey. Boyard to get it back across. Brinker over. Hall up to Boyard. Boyard sets Katie Hall. Great dig back there by Gray. Boyard will set Hall again. Hall.
Just a miss hit.
I'm not sure what Hall. I think she started to set it back maybe.
No, Michaela May, this is the third set. You can see the score is in the first column. It's 5-4. Or, 5-5, I'm sorry. And in the second column, you can see the sets, which is tied 1-1.
And Michaela May, if you want to know, you should have been here. Here's Katie Hall. Big hit, and Katie Hall again right down the line.
And Kaylee Richardson says, go Haven.
I told her, didn't I, Kevin? I wouldn't say it to a total stranger. She helps with the girls' basketball team.
Okay.
And another good serve by Boyard. Good job by Lackey. And Wahama going to get called on 4 hits. Here's Boyard. Boyard has served very nicely tonight. Another good one. Van Meter pops it up over to Brinker. Brinker gets it across. Deskins, Zahan, Katie Hall. Good dig by Fry, but my gosh, get out of the way.
I'll tell you what, when Hall gets up and gets a perfect set, whoo,
yeah,
I wouldn't want to be behind that one, would you?
No, I mean, she hits it very, very hard.
Emily Howe says, you leave my Michaela alone, Kevin.
Here's Tennant over to Van Meter. Good job by Van Meter. Hall got a finger on it, but it goes out of bounds. Here's Brinker. Back serve for the Wahama White Falcons. Katie Hall to behind, back to Hall. Hall. Good hit, but Wahama will play it. Not sure what they called there.
I think they said that it went over the foul pole.
And the Wahama fans are absolutely irate.
Yeah.
And good job by Gray to get a hand on it, but Lackey, good recognition there, hitting it to the back line. And you see number 13, that is Eve Smith checking in for Wahama. And here's Fry, and they're going to get Fry or Lackey into the net.
Yeah.
And I don't like to say this, but you know what I'm thinking. I won't say it on air, though. Makeup call. Did I say it?
Yep.
Might have been, mightn't it? Because I didn't see Lackey in the net. Did you?
No.
Ward, good serve. Good job by Deskins. Here's Hind over to Bailey Hall. Back to Gray. Van Meter. And great defense by number 4, Emma Lackey.
And Michaela May says, you tell him, Emily. You might be. Watch your mouth there, big boy.
They know.
You might not make it out of Naugatuck, even though you live in Naugatuck.
Here's Lackey. Good serve. Moore gets it across. Back to Boyard. Destins. Fry will pop it up. Here's Gray. Gray gets it over. Good dig by Boyard. And a little, you know what that was, don't you?
A little sneaky shot.
Little sneaky shot. That was number 13, E. Smith. And she played the set card the whole time. Here's Van Meter. Van Meter, who ended the game with 2 straight aces. Or ended the last set with 2 straight aces. Jinx.
The old announcer's jinx works again.
Always. Gracie Hind.
Oh, wow. There's that net roll, man. If you can get that down.
Whew, you'd be the greatest volleyball player ever. And we got a timeout on the floor. As they take one, we'll take one with them. We'll be right back on the D&D Sports Network.
Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. You get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you.
And welcome back here, Tug Valley High School. Girls volleyball, Region 4 semifinal action. As Tug Valley leading this third set, 13-8. We are tied, one set apiece. Been a very, very competitive matchup.
It has, Coach.
Two evenly matched teams here. And here's Grace, the ace hind. Is that what you called her?
She had several aces earlier.
Several. Played well there by number 15, Parsons, and Gray with a big hit dug up by Brewer. And there's Deskins.
Kill. Mister used to say an ace when Gracie's back here.
Yeah, and once again, Haven Deskins, like we said a while ago, she just has great timing and got a lot of power. And Hine hits it back to Parsons. Run down by Smith, and there's Deskins again.
In the net.
And they're going to say, I think she stepped over the line.
Yeah, like under the net.
And
yeah, they can't go. It's called in the net even when you go under the net, you know?
yeah, we got 21 coming in for Tug Valley. That's Alexis Messer. And here's Hines. She serves that one, just gets a little too much on it. And you got number 5, Mary Brinker, coming back in for the Wahama White Falcons. And 14, Hannah Fry back to serve. Good serve by Fry. Good dig by Deskins. Boyard to Deskins. Fry. Up to Gray. Over to Smith. Boyard sneaks it across. Smith waiting on it this time. Here's Gray. Good dig by Brewer. To Messer. Up to Deskins. Here's Smith. For Brinker. Good dig behind. Hall gets it over. Van Meter, here it is. And here's Brinker again. Good job by Boyard just to get a hand on it. Boyard has to put it over. And it's going to be returned by Fry, and Hall can't get there. Good hustle there by Bailey Hall. As Mahala Jones to come back into the lineup. And number 13, Eve Smith, to go back to serve for Wahama. And good serve. Here's Boyard going to set it for Deskins. And Deskins going to paint the line. Nice shot there by Haven Deskins. But like you said, Boyard is one of the best setters we've seen anywhere.
Yeah, her and the little girl from Belfry, Swain, Abriella.
Yeah, Abriella Swain. Good hustle there by Wahama. Katie Hall up to Deskins. Smith over to Gray. Gray can't get it down. Boyard gets it set for Katie Hall. Fry gets it up for Gray. Gray puts it across. Bailey Hall up to Boyard for Deskins. Good defense.
It was out.
And they're going to say it was out. Still a good block. Sometimes you do your job, but the ball just does not cooperate, right?
Right.
Tug Valley leading this one 17-10. Bailey Hall, good serve. Van Meter gets it up to Smith. Over to Gray. Good block by Hall. Ball yard with a set for Deskins. And Deskins with a little dink over the outstretched arms of Brinker.
We got an update on the Sweet 16 volleyball action on the Kentucky side. Shelby Valley up 2-0 over Knott Central, but not leading the third set 15-12.
Okay. And Hall will push that across. Smith tries a little sneak shot, not there. Over to Gray, and Gray, wow. Gray had some serious momentum on that one. Sophie Gray, big kill. Gray goes back to serve for the White Falcons. 11 serving 18. Back to Hall. Here's ball yard over to Katie Hall. Good dig by Gray. Up for Van Meter. Van Meter hits it down. Good job behind. And Katie Hall mistimes her jump a little bit there. And Wahama now trailing 18-12.
Well, the coach, if you think here a minute ago, this is where they got the rally last time, was about this point, 18-12.
About this point. Here's Gray. Good serve. Good dig behind. Ball yard up for Deskins. And Deskins does the rest. Good set. Good finish by Haven Deskins. And number 4, Emma Lackey, checking back in for Brewer.
And if you're Tug Valley, this is who you want serving, Miss Deskins.
Good job by Gray to even get to that one. Here's Fry, and Fry absolutely
airmailed that one, didn't
yeah, airmailed it. I think Fry was trying to hit the lady sitting in the door down there or something. She killed that ball. Deskins, good serve. Fry somehow plays it. Meter runs down, plays it back. Gray will get it across. Bailey Hall, the ball yard to Katie Hall. Smith up for Van Meter, and Van Meter, good job blocking by Hall.
Wow,
and
good
Hall
job.
Very nice job there by Katie Hall. You see number 20, Casey Tennant checking back in for Eve Smith. Deskins, set serve, 21 serving 12.
That's in. Let that go too deep.
They called it out.
Ooh.
Deskins just about I mean, if it would have been 2 inches shorter. Brinker, she'll get it over. Good job behind, up to Deskins. Ball yard gets it across. Moore. And good D at the net by Hall. Deskins pops it up. Van Meter's going to get it over. Good job behind to run it down. Lackey gets it over. And wow, what a volley. And Gracie Hines tries to spike it from the back row, and it's a little bit short.
She was coming up saying, I'm getting this one.
I think
Coach Chapman's telling her right now, just heat it up a little bit.
I think she was just trying to get it in the back a little bit. And Mary Brinker again missed with the servers there, and that we didn't see her do at that first match at all. And here we go as Paisley Bolyard back to serve.
Could be a little fatigue too, Coach. You know, they come in. Wow.
That was a really
wow
good serve.
And it could be a little fatigue. This will be their 5th set. You know, they were in 3-0 on man, but now you're 6th, right?
6th set, yeah. Fry plays it up over to Jones. Gray will get it across. Ball yard up to Hine. Hine gets the set for Katie Hall. Hall tries a little touch shot, and it
works.
Worked, absolutely. 24 serving 14. Set point for Paisley Bolyard.
And we talk about Deskins. Well, you want this young lady serving too.
Bolyard with another good serve. Gray gets it across. Hall for Lackey. Lackey is going to sneak it in there for set number 3. We'll go to the Lady Panthers. 25-14. We'll be right back with more volleyball action on the D&D Sports Network. And welcome back here to Tug Valley High School as Tug Valley leading this thing 2-1 as they took the first set 25-13. Wahama took set number 2 25-21. Tug Valley takes set number 3 25-14. And that's where we stand right now as we're fixing to start set number 4. Winner will move on to the finals of the Region 4 volleyball tournament, as this is the semifinals. And we got Wahama set to serve. It'll be number 20, Casey Tennant.
And they'll have to travel to Work. The winner of this game will go to Work County.
And that is not a short trip for a Panther.
That's about 3 hours.
Great job there by Bailey Hall and Fry, who is normally Hannah Fry, who has absolutely been solid all night, just misplays that ball. Hannah Fry, the libero for this Wahama White Falcon team, has been really good all night long. Tennant gets it across, bowl yard. Pops it up. Tennant for Gray. Gray going to put it down the line. Good shot by Sophie Gray. Once again, Sophie Gray, a very good volleyball player. Gray goes back to serve for the White Falcons. High, good job, Hall. Katie Hall gets it across. Fry for Van Meter. Boyard, nice dig. Tennant to Van Meter, and Van Meter off the net.
She's had that shot down tonight.
Well, I mean, boy, like I said, if you could do it every time, you'd be the greatest volleyball player ever because it's unguardable. Good serve by Gray. Ball yard for Deskins. Deskins gets it across. Tennant, Fry. Van Meter tries to come across the court. Hits it out of bounds. Tug Valley gets the serve. Lackey checking in for Brewer as Deskins back to serve. 2 serving 2. Big serve by Deskins. Played well by Van Meter. Van Meter's going to try to get it over hard and mistimes it. Tug Valley 3. Serving Wahama 2. Deskins. That's a fireball, boys.
I'm telling you, she does have a great serve, don't she?
And Emma Lackey with a big kill. She does. And Lackey timed that one up perfect. Went up high in the air to spike it down. Deskins.
Woo!
Wow. Ace.
She's feeling it, Coach.
Yeah, I almost got up and done an ace cheer for that one. Gee whiz. I mean, that was hard as any spike we saw. And there it is again. Good job by Fry. Van Meter. Gray gets it across. Bailey Hall up the ball yard over to Katie Hall. Katie Hall over the outstretched arms of the blockers, and it'll work. Sneaky shot, Katie Hall. And Wahama going to take a timeout. We'll keep this one right here. I want to thank Jim Moore Services, Tug Valley Wellness, Markham and Remora, Quality Metal Roofing, Three Guys Pizza, 304 Motorsports, LB&T, Bronze Bliss, United Motorsports with locations in Logan, Danville, Belper, and Pikeville, Kentucky. Speaking of Bronze Bliss, they are set up in the lobby right now selling their drinks, and they say they're amazing. I didn't buy one because I wouldn't know where to start the order. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ultimate Pond, Treasures Unlimited, George Swain State Farm, Kessler's Boutique, Laser Dude Printing, Southside Buildings and Carport, Cheech's Pizza, Warfield Market, along with all of our other sponsors you can see scrolling across the bottom of your screen, top left-hand corner of your screen. We appreciate each and every one of them. Tug Valley up early in this one, 6-2, as Haven Deskins putting on a serving clinic. Fry pop it up to 10 and over to Van Meter. Van Meter is going to be in the net.
If you're Tug Valley, you want to keep Haven back here.
Absolutely, for as long as possible. But you got, listen, good job by Fry. Lackey, Emma Lackey's done that twice now, timed it as it's coming over the net. Nice job. But even when she loses her serve, once you break her serve, then you get Paisley Bolyard, who serves almost identical to her.
Yeah.
Fry, Atten's going to go out of bounds. Another ace by Haven Deskins. And guys, you can start now. Put it in the comments who you think the player of the game should be. We will pick a Tug Valley Wellness Clinic player of the game at the conclusion of the night.
And another ace.
And we love hearing from our viewers who they think the player of the game should be. We might not agree with you, but we like the input.
That's 7 straight, Coach.
Yeah. Good job by Van Meter to pop it up. Tennant for Brinker. Good dig by Hall. But finally, Wahama breaks the serve of Haven Deskins, who scored 7 straight, nearly 8. Moore checks back in for Fry. Mary Brinker back to serve. Brinker Played well by Deskins up the ball yard. And here's Katie Hall. Katie Hall tries to hit the honey hole. Good hustle there by Tennant. Van Meter gets it across. Here's ball yard for Lackey. Lackey fires cross court. Ball yard gets it across. Here's Van Meter. Sneaky shot. Didn't work. Jones can't get it over.
And now he's got Deskins and Bolyard back to back. So I mean, you're facing one that's just as tough as Deskins serving.
That's what I just said. Great serve by Bolyard, and there's Lackey again playing that front net well. And Emma Lackey's done that 3 or 4 times now as Wahama's trying to return it. They don't get a lot on it, and Emma Lackey's showing great timing to get it back across the net. Here's Bolyard. Bolyard's going to hit this one a bit low.
The old announcer's jinx got her there.
That was you, not me.
I know.
And you see Kerry Ward coming back in to serve for the Wahama White Falcons. That is a pretty cool mascot, though, the White Falcons. Good serve. Here's Katie Hall. Good defense by Moore. Moore up to 10 at the Van Meter, and good defense by Hall. Moore gets it over. Katie Hall going to push it to the back line. Here's 10 it over to Van Meter. Van Meter tries to kill it. Good dig by Hine.
Great active hands
by both teams.
Yes.
Hine. Good set for Katie Hall, and Katie Hall hammers it, but it's going to be out.
That was a great back set. You know?
Yes. Very nice back set. Here's Ward. Bolyard going to pop it up. Lackey over to Hall. Van Meter, Tennant, back to Van Meter, and good defense by Katie Hall. Good dig by Fry. Fry pop it up. Van Meter gets it over. Deskins, the Hind. Lackey. Van Meter to Tennant, and Tennant tries to sneak one across. Hine back at the Hall. Good dig back there by number 16. That is Roush for the Wahama White Falcons. Deskins catches a piece of the net, and can Wahama run it down? They do, and Moore. And they're going to say it was out of bounds. That was a
great volley.
It was, and you know what? Kobe Moore, I thought that had a chance to be in, to be honest. But
it was close.
It was real close. And Tug Valley leading this one 13-5. Katie Hall with a good serve. Wahama's going to run it down. Moore's going to get it across. Katie Hall up to Hind. Hind gets it over. Back to Roush. Tennant. And it's going to hit the foul pole at Tug Valley. 14, serving 5. Panthers looking good in control here in the driver's seat tonight. Hall gets it across. There's Kobe Moore. Big kill by Moore.
Big kill, Coach.
That'll send number 11, Addison Van Meter, back to serve. Van Meter had a good night, too. Very active volleyball player. Hall up behind, over to Bailey Hall. Van Meter, Tennant, Gray. Great dig by Katie Hall, but it's going to go out of bounds. Wahama showing some signs of life. Van Meter, good serve.
Oh, nice
Bailey
kill.
Hall. Woo. Bringing the smoke was Bailey Hall. I watch these girls hit that ball, and I think, man, I wouldn't want to try to block it. Lackey, good serve. Played well by Van Meter to 10 it over to Sophie Gray, and Gray.
Right, coach in your living room.
Huh?
That was right in our living room.
Yeah, that was great hustle by Bolyard. Just didn't quite get there. Katie Brewer checking back in for Emma Lackey. Fry back to serve for the White Falcons. And it's going to be a bit short. Gracie Hahn back to serve. 16, serving 8. Van Meter over to Gray, and Gray with a big kill. And Wahama not going to, they are not going to just go quietly into the night. I can guarantee that about this Wahama team. I watched them enough tonight to know that they're going to fight.
No, if you're going to make your run, you better get it here, right?
Right.
Or get the start on it.
Here's Tennant.
Something on the floor.
Must be a piece of tape.
Yeah, it stuck to her finger, didn't it?
Miss Gray says, I can spike it, I can serve it, and I can clean the floors. Tennant with a good serve. Here's Bolyard. Sets it for Deskins. Here's Gray. Good dig by Brewer. Deskins get it across. Tennant to Fry. Fry back to Van Meter. Van Meter gets it over. Bolyard for Deskins, and Deskins out. So Tennant retains her serve. Casey Tennant.
Hey.
Can't have that when you're trying to come back.
Not when you're trying to make a rally, Coach.
No, and Tennant has been a reliable server all night. And you see Bailey Hall going back to serve. She's been good all night as well. Van Meter over to Jones. Tennant to get it across. Great dig by Hall. Punched over by Katie Hall. Here's Brinker, gets it across. Fry to Tennant over to Gray, and Gray mistimes her jump a little bit on that one, I think.
Yeah, hits it into the net.
So it'll be Bailey Hall, 18, serving 10. Ace, 19-10. Tug Valley looking for a trip to the regional championship game to face Work County. Hall. And Hall's going to hit this one out. And if you're Wahama here, Kevin Jones, Sophie Gray's been a very, very reliable server all night. She's got to make something happen here if you want to have a chance. It's Tug Valley 6 points away from ending this thing. And here's Bolyard, sneaks it across. Great hands there by Katie Hall. Brinker, dug up by Hine. Bolyard hits it over. Hine. Bailey Hall gets it across. Here's Tennant over to Van Meter. Van Meter sneak shot, not going to form. Yes, it does. They drop it in. That little dink, I mean, there's a time for it, and these girls are good at it. Here's Gray, good serve. Heim will pop it up to Hall. Hall to Katie Hall. Van Meter to Tennant, up for Brinker, and Brinker tries to find the open spot, and Katie Hall, once again, her net play has been impeccable.
Pam, you can see the score up in the top right-hand corner of your screen. It's 19-12 Tug.
2012.
I'm sorry, 2012 Tug Valley, and they're up 2-1.
And we got Miss Haven Deskins back to serve.
And watch out.
Watch out, yeah, because she's got a flamethrower. Here's Deskins. Good job by Fry. And ace. Tug Valley 21, serving 12.
Valerie Keene, if you're still tuning in, you can watch the Shelby Valley game and not. It's on D&D Sports Network. But James Dameron just put in there, Shelby Valley's up 2-1 now.
And we got a timeout on the floor. We're going to take one with them. We'll be right back on the D&D Sports Network. And welcome back here. Tug Valley trying to end this one as they lead 21-12 with Haven Deskins in the service box, and Deskins with a rare
It's that
service
timeout,
error.
Coach. I'm telling you, it's the timeout.
It is. I mean, it's just like if a shooter hits 3 threes in a row, you want to call a timeout to cool him down. It happens.
Shelby Valley is up 19-7 in the third set. Thank you, James, for letting us know. And Valley's on their way, Coach, to the Elite Eight there
awesome.
in Kentucky.
Congratulations to them.
Well, let's don't crown them yet.
No,
James will let us know.
Listen, Misty Riddle has done a phenomenal job over there coaching those girls. Katie Hall. Big kill by Katie Hall.
And I'll tell you, the little Riddle girl is one of the best volleyball players I've seen.
Her, and I'll tell you, the Sanaa Linton girl is very good too.
And guess what? That whole volleyball team is back next year.
And Paisley Bolyard with an ace.
And this young lady has been impressive tonight, Coach.
And listen, we were talking about it during the timeout. Her and Deskins both have
one of the best serves we've seen this year out of anywhere we've been.
Van Meter going to get it across. Good dig by Hall. Deskins, Gracie Hine to get it over. Fry up to 10 it over to Van Meter. Van Meter just pushes. Katie Hall going to set it for Lackey. Lackey with a little tap shot. Emma Lackey.
Hey, this is match point, Coach. Not just set. This is match for Tug Valley to go to the region finals at Work County.
Paisley Bolyard in the server's box. Going to try to end it with an ace.
And she did, Coach.
Yes, sir. Paisley Bolyard.
Bolyard finishes it with an ace. And Tug Valley is going on to the region finals, Coach.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to step away real quick, and we'll be right back to name our Tug Valley Wellness Clinic player of the game. And put in the comment section, guys, who you think should be the Tug Valley Wellness Clinic player of the game.
And we're back here as Tug Valley takes this one 3-1. As set one, they won 25-13. Wahama comes back to win set two, 25-21. Tug Valley takes set three, 25-14. Set four, 25-13. And the Panthers moving on to the finals of Region 4 in girls volleyball. Congratulations to them. One more time, want to thank our sponsors, Jim Moore, Tug Valley Wellness Clinic, Markham and Remora, Quality Metal Roofing, Three Guys, 304 Motorsports, LB&T, Bronze Bliss of Lenore, United Motorsports with locations in Logan, Danville, Belfry, and Pikeville, Kentucky, Ultimate Pond, Treasures Unlimited, George Swain, State Farm Insurance, Kessler's Boutique, LZRdo Printing, Southside Buildings and Carport, Cheech's Pizza, and Moorfield Market. And Kevin Jones and I have discussed it. And listen, the player of the game could have went to several people. Katie Hall, Bailey Hall, Paisley Bolyard. But tonight, I think the key player, I'm going to agree once. We take into consideration what everybody says, right?
Yes.
Kevin Jones. But I think Haven Deskins done it serving. She done it spiking. She was everywhere. And Haven Deskins is going to be your Tug Valley Wellness Clinic player of the game.
Absolutely. And Pam Chapman says it well here. She says, however, 7 players played and won it together. And that's true.
That's a fact. And we were really struggling to pick a player of the game tonight, to be honest.
Yeah, and the reason we did it, Deskins, because she had the most votes in the comment
section. She had the most votes in the comment section.
We were sitting here going back and forth with 4 or 5 girls, like I said, and there's 6 out there, so she played it well. I mean,
they all played well. And like Lackey and Brewer, they interchanged, and they both played. Emma Lackey played great. Nanette Brewer had several big digs. Gracie Heim with several aces.
And Lisa Kirk Canterbury put congratulations. She voted for Paisley, and I promise you, that's who we was going back and forth with was Deskins and Boyard.
But it's one of those nights that the whole Tug Valley team played well. Yes. They played well together, and it's hard to pick the player of the game. But tonight, Haven Deskins is our Tug Valley Wellness Clinic player of the game. Congratulations. Coach Greg Chapman does a phenomenal job with these girls. Wahama was no easy task by no means. Coming here ready to play and played well. Took care of business in 3 sets over man. But tonight it was Tug Valley Lady Panthers winning to move on to the regional championship. They'll take on Wirt County, correct?
Yes, that's what I think.
So, once again, Tug Valley wins this one 3-1, and they will be in the regional finals. Congratulations to all of them. I'm Coach May, Kevin Jones. Till the next one.